you use the assisted dying bill in your A-level politics essays? Hi, I'm Gina. I got an A-star in A-level politics and now I work at Politics Explained, and here is 6 ways you can use the assisted dying bill in your essays to help you hit those top marks in your exams. The Terminally Ill Adults End of Life Bill was introduced by Labour backbencher Kim Leadbeater in October 2024 and seeks to legalise assisted dying for terminally ill adults with less than 6 months to live. The bill secured top spot in the private members' bill ballot, giving it priority time for debate. It received extensive scrutiny, including over 100 hours of examination and a highly emotional 3-hour third reading debate. Members' bills allow backbenchers to propose legislation, increasing their influence in the legislative process. However, very few of these passed due to government control of the parliamentary timetable. This bill shows Parliament's representative function, as MPs were given a free vote, allowing them to vote with their conscience rather than according to the party line. Despite around 2/3 of the public supporting assisted dying, the vote was much closer. An essay on Parliament's functions, this is a very clear example of the trustee model of representation, where MPs use their own judgment instead of directly mirroring public opinion. Now let's look at the legislative process in the Lords. We received an unprecedented 2-day debate where over 200 peers spoke. This is the second highest number ever for any bill. Debate lasted 13 hours in total, and peers agreed to establish a select committee to gather evidence and examine the bill in detail before the bill is considered by committee of the whole House. This has never been done before for a private member's bill and has only been done once for government legislation. This is exactly the type of example the specification is referring to when it talks about the vital role of the House of Lords as a revising chamber. Like the Commons, the Lords has greater time, expertise and independence to scrutinise legislation line by line. Peers proposed 57 amendments, many improving the bill's clarity and drafting, reflecting how the Lords acts as a scrutinising and revising chamber, ensuring laws are effective and workable. On to delegated powers. The bill includes 42 delegated powers, reflecting how significant policy detail was missing from the bill, leaving much of the power to ministers and secondary legislation. It also includes 3 sweeping Henry VIII powers, which allow ministers to make changes to the bill that would usually require an Act of Parliament. Growing reliance on delegated powers allows ministers to make significant changes without full parliamentary scrutiny and approval. If you're writing an essay on executive power, this example shows how secondary legislation reduces accountability and weakens parliamentary scrutiny of the executive. The way you can use this example is to highlight how pressure groups can successfully influence UK policy and law. Legalisation groups such as Dignity in Dying were central in advancing the change. They successfully lobbied MPs, securing first position on the PMB ballot by persuading Kim Leadbeater to sponsor the bill. Profile advocates like Dame Esther Rantzen boosted the public and political attention, leading Prime Minister Keir Starmer to allow parliamentary time for a vote. This illustrates how pressure groups are very influential and can